What's up, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about shit. Today we're going to be talking about energy drinks and how they can affect your performance and your focus. So I love energy drinks. I'm only going off personal experience. I'm not going off anything else. I love energy drinks. I used to before, because I used to play basketball in high school. I think my junior year was my last year playing basketball. Well, in high school, of course. But before every practice, I would drink one of those the biggest cans that you could get of Red Bull. I would drink the whole thing, and then I would go to practice. Uh, it wasn't necessarily the best thing to do because I crashed like halfway through practice. I was feeling all energized and ready to go during the beginning, but as soon as we hit we were in the middle of suicides or down and backs or whatever the fuck you want to call them. I crashed pretty hard. I mean, I still went, but I still went out all out as much as I could go, but I crashed. But that though, to understand that the Red Bulls that I was drinking, they had sugar in them, and now I drink 0 calorie monsters. They have no sugar. They just have caffeine and a couple other ingredients. The only really bad ingredient in Monster is the in the 0 calorie Monster is the color. I believe, and it depends what colored monsters you get too. In the red one, it's obviously red number something. I forgot what colors in the white, and then the blue. There's obviously blue number something. And orange. I forget what color is in there, but anything that has a color in it, like it says red number fucking 22 or something like that, it's bad for you. It's bad for your body. It's not meant to go inside of your body. But other than that, there's not really a bad anything bad in the monsters. I mean, obviously, if you drink um, 2 or 3 of them, that's going to put you over your recommended daily allowance for caffeine, which is 400 milligrams. And I've done that before. And I mean, even though Monster doesn't have sugar in it, you still can crash and you can still become dependent on that caffeine. So I don't recommend depending on energy drinks as your source of focus. I mean, still try to get as much sleep as you can to perform your best in the gym, perform your best at your job and stuff. But okay, so we'll get to my personal experience. So after basketball, and when I started getting into lifting, I still loved energy drinks. I still wanted energy drinks. So I looked around to see if there was any like lower calorie monsters because I didn't know anything whenever I started. And then I saw the monsters and I was like, that's awesome. I could drink however many of these I want and not have any calories. I mean, they have like 1 or 2 carbs per energy drink, but that's like nothing, especially for me. But anyway, so my senior year in high school, I was lifting, of course, and going to work and school. I would average probably 2 energy drinks a day. Some days I would even drink 3. I would, they were 0 calorie monsters, of course. Sometimes, only sometimes, I would drink the 0 calorie rock stars or the Giants energy drinks. I believe out of those 3, the Rockstar, the Monster, and the Giants is probably the healthiest one that you can drink. Um, but again, they're all energy drinks. They all have caffeine in them. over 100 grams of caffeine. So I usually drink 2 monsters a day, and that right there already puts you over well, it doesn't put you over. It's about 230 grams of milligrams of caffeine per monster. So yeah, it does put you over um, your recommended daily allowance for caffeine. So I was doing that pretty much every day, and I mean, it didn't really affect me. Like at the time, I could tell after I drank them, my heart was beating a little faster. That just happens when you drink caffeine. I mean, of course, a cup of coffee isn't gonna do it to you. I have coffee right here. Um, a cup of coffee isn't really gonna make your heart noticeably beat faster, but it still does it. But energy drinks are no doubt gonna make your heart beat faster. Uh, so yeah, I was drinking 2 or 3 energy drinks a day, and eventually over time, I noticed that like affecting my alertness. Because like if one day I like didn't have the second energy drink or even the first energy drink, I was all tired. I was so tired I couldn't. Well, I could function. It's just I was really tired. And if you go back in one of my videos, is caffeine good for you, and what effect does it have on it on you? You'll understand why, because the every time you drink caffeine, there's more neurotransmitters that the hormone that the hormone when you sleep goes in those neurotransmitters, and it makes you feel awake every time you sleep. So when you drink caffeine, it blocks the it blocks the hormone from those neurotransmitters, and the caffeine goes in them, in the neurotransmitters, and it blocks them, making it um, feel like you're more tired if you get off the caffeine. Um, Again, I go in more detail in that video. Um, so whenever I drink 2 or 3 of them, I felt it over time, and I noticed that I need to stop drinking so many. So nowadays, I only drink one, only one um, uh, Monster or any other type of energy drink if I want it. I usually stick with coffee, but um, shit happens. So as far as it goes in the gym, it did affect my workout because I was so tired. I still went because I usually went to the gym a little later. Sometimes I went early in the morning, but whenever you do that, you're just already tired, so it really doesn't matter at that point. But um, so I would stick to coffee as much as you can, but if you have the choice to drink an energy drink, that's okay. It's not gonna affect you horribly at that point. Just don't become dependent on the caffeine. Because and also if you have pre-workout, if you have the option to use pre-workout before your session, your workout, um, use the pre-workout. There is also a possibility of getting being dependent upon your pre-workout. It's happened to me also. There's about a month where I took pre-workout straight. I believe the one I was taking at the time was the Lit series. Um, for those of you who know what that is, that's great. For those of you who don't, it's just another pre-workout. But I knew when I was like becoming dependent on it because I didn't get any stimulus from it at all. I was just taking it, and I didn't feel anything. So not really cycled off it. I didn't take it for like a day or two, and then I took it again, and I felt something again. So whenever you feel dependent on something like monsters or energy drinks, even coffee, pre-workout, just stop taking it for 1 or 2 days. Yes, you can handle it. I know you can. I did it. And then take it again. Alrighty. That is the end of this video. Let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe. See you in the next one. Peace.